Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, good
Yes,
afternoon,
ma'am.
ma'am. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
What time is blended mode and blended physics?
Welcome to Aimfill International Aviation Training Camps class. Sure,
Okay,
enjoy
I'll
the
write
class.
it down here. Okay, so this takes the chat box duration on. That's the title we have.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so who will give me the example of single mode? Glenn Fitted, Glenn Levitt, actually the Glenn family, and Blackbird. That's good, Rina. Okay, Rishi. Okay. Blended Scotch whiskey, any idea?
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I will tell you.
Okay, tell me the spelling.
Laptops you want to talk even. Yeah?
HUI.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The regal in the end.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check for that because I don't know which whiskey is that. Okay. Maybe some international brand. Okay. Guys, can you give me a moment, please? I'll be back in a moment. Just give me 5 minutes, okay? And I'll be back.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Can you guys see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So,
Ma'am,
yes, go ahead.
actually about telling I told you a song.
It's Shiva's reason. That's what I was thinking. I have not heard about this brand, which is this new brand, which I don't know about. So yeah, that's Shiva's. Alright, yeah. And also there's one more that is Valentine, if anybody has heard about that. Okay, so let it be, that's fine. So Shiva's reason is a very famous blended scotch. Okay? Alright, perfect. So, okay, now we move on to branding. So who will tell me who is branding? Okay. Any? Can you give me any name of brandy except Rev Martin?
Honeybee.
Very good. I should report the name so you are giving it back to me. Yesterday I told you about Rev Martin and Honeybee. What's the third name you guys know? I asked you to Google it, right? Did you guys Google any? Okay, then tell me. Ma?
MARBLL.
M-A-R Marvel. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got it. Alright, yeah, that's one. Okay. So, I forgot to tell you the way of service, the whiskey. So, let's go back to scotch first. I'll tell you how to serve it. Let's leave it. Not clear. Ashwin, can you hear me now? Everybody else can hear me?
That's fine. I'm clear.
Then
Martin. Cool. Alright. So, how do we serve this on board? So there are 4 ways. I'm telling you this to students, okay? And also the one is listen to the question of the So, rest of them, please put your audio on mute and cameras on. Okay. So there are 4 ways to serve a whiskey. Okay. So one is you serve the whiskey neat. You just put it in the glass and give it to the passenger. You don't add anything in it. Okay. So passenger will ask you when you ask the passenger, so what would you like to have, and if the passenger say, okay, I want to have Glen, so then you ask the passenger, how would you like to have your drink? Okay, so then the passenger will tell you what he wants in his drink. So if he says, I want it neat, that means he doesn't want anything in his drink. Okay, so you don't add anything to it. You just put the scotch in the glass and give it to a passenger. You just ask him small or large. Small means 30 ml, large means 60 ml. Okay, so that's what you ask from the passenger and give it to the passenger. If the passenger says, I want it on the rocks, what does that mean, Shikha?
Not suffice in the class.
I'm asking Shikha.
Ice cubes.
What ice cubes? If, okay, I want my drink on the rocks, so how will you serve me? What's the way I taught you yesterday? You know it, come on, try it.
Ice cubes. Salt.
Okay, yes. Umra, you tell me now.
Not suffice in the class.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay. Okay, so you have to tell the whole process when I ask you. I know you know the process, but you just can't say ice. What does that mean? You're supposed to tell me that we will fill the glass with the ice and then we put the whiskey on it. Okay, so on the rocks means first you put the ice in the glass, a lot of ice in the glass, half of the glass should be filled with ice, and then you put small or large, whatever the passenger is asking for. Small means 30, large means 60. So if he says, okay, I want one large on the rocks, that means you put a lot of ice in the glass, then you put 60 ml of the water, of the scotch and give it to the passenger. Okay, you are not adding any water to it. But whenever the passengers say on the rocks, make sure you are adding the ice first in the glass and then the whiskey. Understood?
yes, ma'am.
So first one was neat, without anything, just the whiskey in the glass and give it to the passenger. Second is on the rocks means you add ice. On top of ice, you will add whiskey and give it to the passenger. Third one is with soda. Okay, with soda and ice. The passenger would say, okay, I want one large with ice and soda. Or maybe he will say one large uh, with soda. So you will ask him, do you want ice cubes? Okay. So if I say, okay, I want one large with soda, so you will ask me ice. If I say yes, you will add the ice. Okay, so generally make it a habit of adding the ice first in the glass and then everything else. Whenever you are serving, that's a good thing to remember because it will be easy. Then you don't have to remember that what should I do first. So every time put the ice first if the passenger is asking for the ice. If the passenger is saying only soda, then you don't need to add ice. Okay. So if I say, okay, yes, I want 2 cubes of ice. So put 2 cubes of ice in the glass. Okay. Then put one large and then put soda. And when you are putting soda in the glass, I don't have anything here. When you are putting soda in the glass, just make sure that you are asking the passenger, or you just show it to the passenger and start pouring it, and ask the passenger, sir, just let me know how much do you want, because it depends person to person how much soda he want in the glass, because that's his choice. Okay. So while pouring it in the glass, ask the passenger, sir, let me know how much you want. Do not switch off your camera. It's very irritating, guys, and I'm saying this again and again. So while pouring the soda in the glass, ask the passenger, sir, let me know when to stop. Or let me know how much do you want. He will ask you, okay, that much. Just stop and give the drink to the passenger. Understood? Fourth type is, he might ask you some aerated drinks, some Coke, If I say, okay, add some Coke, for example, Johnny Walker, add some Coke to it, add some Pepsi to it, or ginger ale, anything. Ginger ale, I explained yesterday what is ginger ale, Tina. Everything.
Soda with lemon.
Okay, so ginger ale is kind of, you guys have tasted. Reshma, do you know what is Sprite? I mean, the taste of Sprite, you know that, right?
Yes, and
Similarly, there is also one more drink. It's just like that only. It has a lemon flavor in it, and we call it ginger ale. Okay, so ginger ale has been used in ginger ale we use in many drinks. So you guys should know when somebody says ginger ale, you guys should know that it has a lemon flavor in it, and it's a soda. Okay. So yeah. So what are the four types, Reshma? You tell me now. What are the four types of serving? How many types? What are the different ways to serve whiskey?
it must be clear, clean, and then on the rock, and then soda or plain,
Right.
then water and
Any added drinks like Pepsi, Coke, or ginger ale. Okay. But do we serve brandy with ice, or do we serve brandy with soda?
sorry,
Do we serve brandy? Do we put any soda or Coke or Pepsi in the brandy?
cocktail,
Who's saying that? Anybody who wants to answer is, do we put any kind of added drink or ginger
no
ale
man,
or soda?
no man,
No.
cocktail, no man,
Why not?
because there is a wine,
There is what?
the wine,
It's not a wine.
still a form of wine.
It's still form of wine. Wine is different, okay? So when the wine goes through a distillation process, it becomes brandy. So corn and brandy two different things, but it belongs to the same family. You can say that. Okay? Perfect. Okay, what is rum? Anybody to explain what is rum?
Distilled from sugar juice is rum.
Right. So, sugarcane juice. Do you guys know the newcomers? Do you guys know what is sugarcane juice?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we ferment the sugarcane juice, and after that the product we get. You understand fermentation, Reshma?
Ah, yes.
Okay. So when we ferment, when the sugarcane juice goes through the process of fermentation, and after that, which product we get is rum. Okay. So that rum is specially the byproduct of sugarcane,
Sure.
right? Anybody wants to give me a name of rum? Any new rum you guys know? Except Old and Bacardi. Except or Old Monk and Bacardi because I told you about these two yesterday. New name I have. I told you Bacardi also. Wait.
Oh my god, this is
I'm going to share.
Kingfisher is not a rum. Kingfisher is
not thought to it since months.
with rum. Can you write it down in the chat box? Those who have a new name for the rum, any new rum that you guys know, just write it down in the chat box. Sailor Jerry, yes. McDowell's, do they have rum? They don't have rum. McDowell's don't have rum. Which one is that, Lina?
Ma'am, I got it in Google Maps. Click it like
Black rum, yeah, okay. Puerto Rica rum. Puerto Rica rum. Puerto Rica. It must be French rum then. Puerto Rica is kind of a French name. I'm not sure, I've not heard about it. But okay, that's good. If you have Googled it, then. And just make sure you are, spelling it right because unlike Shiva's people, you were doing some other brand. Okay? Alright, right. So after that, we talked about, okay, how to have rum. If I want to have cold monk, how generally people take cold monk?
serve with lukewarm water.
Exactly. So generally rum, people take it with lukewarm water. Do you understand what lukewarm water is?
No.
Okay. So lukewarm water is like somebody said gunguna pani yesterday. Okay. So yeah, it's a gunguna pani. It's like not very cold, not very warm. So it's like a neutral kind of a thing. Okay. So with lukewarm water, you put cold monk in it and you serve the passengers. Generally, passengers take it, or most of the people take old monk just like that. But in case somebody asks for cold water or somebody asks you for ice with the old monk, that's okay. You can serve them. Whatever they are asking, you are supposed to serve them. But if they ask you that how people take old monk, if somebody asks you that okay, how the old monk supposed to be taken, you just tell them that old monk supposed to be taken with a lukewarm water or any kind of a rum supposed to be taken with lukewarm water. Alright? Okay, now let's talk about champagne. Okay, who will tell me what is champagne, from where it is?
Well, it is from France.
Can you tell me?
Region in France. And it's also champagne sparkling wine.
Alina, you tell me where it is from.
It's from a region called Champagne in France.
Yes. So champagne is actually the actual champagne is made. The origin of champagne has been. It's a region in France. Okay, it is a very small region in France, and its name is champagne itself. Champagne, whatever champagne you drink, that is made up of, that is supposed to be, prepared in Champagne region, which is in France. Okay. What is the other name of champagne, guys?
Sparkling
Wine. Somebody says, okay, I want to have sparkling wine. That means he wants to have champagne. On what occasions we serve champagne?
wine.
Okay, so champagne is basically a welcome drink. Okay, so whenever passengers come on board of them as a welcome drink, only to the business class and first class passengers, not to the economy class passengers. Okay? Alright. So you serve them as a welcome drink or any celebration they open champagne. If you guys have ever seen in any movie or anything, they open champagne to raise the toast. Okay? Then also you do not add anything to the champagne. The champagne is supposed to be drink just like that. Without, it should be from cold. It should not be from certain temperature. It should not be warm. It should be cold. But you do not put ice in it. Okay? And you do not put any kind of added drink or additive thing to it. don't need to dilute this champagne. You just serve the champagne. You should serve the champagne just like that. Okay? Great. What else guys we talked about yesterday? Okay, good. Who will tell me how to serve vodka?
Poland and so Poland and Russia, it's colorless. It has color and it's not just gray.
I am not understanding the word by the saying. It's better if you pick one by one. Okay.
It's from Poland and Russia.
Russia and Poland.
It's like colorless and
What is the texture of vodka? What is the texture of vodka? How does it look like?
colorless.
Colorless and odorless. Odorless means it doesn't have any smell. Colorless means it doesn't have any particular color. So it's just like a water in the glass. Okay. Okay. So how do you get? How do you produce when? If I say okay, I want a vodka shot, what does that mean? How will you serve this thing?
Small glass.
It's a one.
After that, it is like a lemon.
Okay, wait. Actually saying something. Okay, go ahead and say how to serve vodka.
With the ice.
No ice in vodka. Did I say you put ice in vodka, guys? I want a vodka. Okay, now you tell me.
The shot actually in a glass and kind of cocktails of tanks in the glass. So I will use the shot and in the and we will be using the slice of lemon as well as sometimes the middle.
Yes. So we serve vodka in a shot glass. Okay? And the rim of the glass is coated with lemon. And along with that you get a lemon slice. And in that short glass, it's full of, it's a very small glass. This could be the size of the glass, and it should be filled with vodka without anything else, without any aerated drink, or without ice. You will not put anything else except the vodka in the short glass. The rim of the glass should be
Filled with salt.
not filled with, actually coated with salt. Okay, and then you get a lemon slice. So you need to drink this, you need to chuck this, and then you will taste the lemon, so that it will dilute the taste, the bitterness of the drink. Okay, so similarly we take tequila shots. Okay, so only two types of shots we take: vodka and tequila shot. So tequila is similarly almost the same. Okay, what is okay, if I say I want a smooth driver, how will you serve me that?
We will be adding orange juice with vodka.
Orange juice with vodka, yes. Perfect. Who said that?
Having lemon.
That's good. Yes, so orange juice with vodka is a smooth item. Understood? Perfect. But many people drink vodka with cranberry juice. So vodka is a drink which you can, experiment with that and put the things or the juices whichever you like. Alright? For example, vodka can go with cranberry juice, it can go with orange juice, it can, if it is a flavored one, it can go, you don't even need to put anything, you can take it just like that. So vodka is a drink which you can, there are different types of
Aimfill International fulfills your aim.
Aimfill International Institute of Job Oriented Training.